And here we go with part 2. Don't blink, it's your boink. Welcome to the show. My apologies for that. So what happened was super simple. I was supposed to do a little video, but I was like, no, you know what? Let's go deep. This is a journal. I'm not doing well. It's not. There's no point in hiding, right? So where I was is the fear. The second fear, the fear that was going back. So first of all, let's really explore the pizza. The first fear, the fear of failing. I made a video about that before, about how it's weird. So, Canadian. I made a video about that, about how, for the first time in my life, I had a fear of failing. Because something I love to do. At work, if I fail, it's okay. There's other people to pick it up. You know? With myself, it's because this fear of failing is a bit based on luck. So, for example, your video is seen by somebody, and I shared the video. No? It's a picture of luck. Nothing you can do to do luck, right? But then luck is also faith. Luck is a we go through shit, right? We're done. But I'm not there. It's so lonely, but who cares? See? It's amazing. Because something good happening, like, oh my god, that's fate. Something good happening, like, oh my god, that's luck, right? It's a bit different thing. Fate, you can't be grateful. You can be grateful for fate, but you cannot be grateful for anything that fate does. So, for example, if you're being grateful for fate for one day, you can't go around the next day and say fate is really fucking me over. With luck, you can do that. With luck, you say, oh, today was my luck. Today's my lucky day. Tomorrow's not my lucky day. Sorry about the burp. And see, it's completely different. And also, luck, you can't explain. But if it's fate and you're religious, then it's religion, right? If you're spiritual, spirituality, shit like that, right? So it's who am I grateful for, right? But the fear of failing is very present. So the fear of failing, how do you combat it? So the fear of failing will stop you. So for example, right, you're an athlete, right? And because you have a fear of failing, you won't perform as well because your brain is so focused on failing that it doesn't perform as 100%. If you were to be a swimmer, you can be slower. If you were a basketball player, you can miss a shot that you would have won. You cannot take a shot that you should have taken, you know? I'll die anyway. This song didn't hurt me, but I'm not there. Only but if I'm here, it's fine, it's okay. I'll die anyway. See, this fear of failing is not necessarily stopping me from making videos, but it's not necessarily stopping me from videos. Don't worry about it. But it's more so, oh, what if this video doesn't perform well, right? And I missed the days, which was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, where I would just say, you know what? I don't care if this performs well, so I'm going to upload 40 videos a day. And if none of them perform well, tomorrow, guess what? Tomorrow, I'll be uploading 40 more video. And that's just the way it's going to be. Until one of them works, and then I'm going to continue to work. And now, I'm going to film my video. I'm going to film the second video. I'm going to take the third video. Then there's a new part of my brain that says, hey, what's the point, right? And then I figure out excuses. Let's reveal that you already done work for you, right? And that's not the way you win at life. You win at life by being yourself. You win at life by trying hard, by working harder than the next motherfucker, by working harder than the next guy. Then hopefully your effort are more rewarded for than the next guy. And if you put in more effort, then there's more reward. And if there's more reward, there's more success. And if there's more success, there's nothing else, right? Right? And I hate saying this. Who cares? There's a fun of going, like you see, for example, right? You're a mountain climber, and you climb this mountain, right? And you climb 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 and you climb, and it's just so fun. There's a point where you're like, okay, bro, I've been climbing for so long. Is there a summit, or am I just on the wrong mountain, right? I think this idea come with you, but now this is very weird, and that's the situation I'm in. There's this really weird feeling where I'm seeing or surrounding the mountain, and when I stop, I see the sunrise. When I stop, I see fucking landscape that are unbelievable. When I stop, I'm getting people, shortcuts or guide, telling me, "Hey, you did so good for me. You did a lot for me," you know. And that's kind of like the thing. That will bring me to the second part of this fear. The first fear that I had, which I didn't know, was I help so many people. And when I help people, I'm like, dude, I also need help, right? But I don't want to ask people for help, because imagine, okay? Imagine if a person comes to you and they ask for help. Who are you to say, you know what? We're done with your problem, now it's my turn. That's an asshole move, right? And people that are doing well, listen to this, okay? Listen to this. The person that are doing well will always do well and will never need you. But the people that need you will be there. When they need you, they'll be there. When they don't need you, they won't be there, you know? And your problem doesn't matter. You do you, I do me, right? No, your problem does matter, but I mean, and a person that has a problem, my problem don't matter to them. And it's a position where it's kind of like a battle of the will. Okay, we're friends, right? And it sucks because I did it live yesterday. Somebody told me, a friend of mine, to do a live yesterday, and I did it for him. And I didn't want to do it live. I didn't want to do it live. I didn't want to do it live because he asked me, and I could tell that I fucking hate it. I fucking was uncomfortable. I fucking didn't want to be there. No, it's only a live, and the shitty part is there's so many people that I might let down. I received a text today. I'm not gonna know the person, but you know who you are. And the text I got this morning was, she posted a video where she's sad, and she said, "Hey, just to let you know that the comment that you left me, I left a comment saying, chin up, you got this." And it really helped her out, and she went into my DMs and she said, "Thank you so much, I needed this." And when I wrote this comment, I wasn't doing well myself. I gave the advice, I gave myself in the mirror the same day, you know? And the fact that she said that, then you realize that you're selfish. Maybe you're supposed to suffer, right? Maybe you're supposed to suffer. Maybe you're supposed to suffer and help others. Fucking problems, right? Which is totally 2012, 2014 Inc. 22. 2014 Inc. was exactly like that. 2014 Inc. ended up in a depression. And yesterday, the guy was absolutely right to allow himself to say, yo, you haven't been live in a while, go live, right? It's a shitty situation. You don't want to let other people down. See, I don't believe in letting myself down. Even if I do wrong, if I don't try as much as I should have tried, I'll have regret, sure. But I don't believe in letting myself down. I don't think, you know what, you fucked me up. You fucked me over. I don't believe in that. No, you can believe in that, that's your choice. I don't believe in it. Now, understanding that is also understanding that no matter what happened, right? I'm a fighter. I don't run away. I'm a fighter. But I'm in a position right now where I'm so fucked. I don't want to talk to people, you know? I don't want to talk to people. 4 months ago, I told you guys about my father, right? And how much we had a fight. My father is like that. My father is, I'm going to talk to you, 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 right? Now, ultimately speaking, when I'm talking to people, as a person, as Stefan, I'm actually very calm. Like, I'm a good listener. If you want to talk, you're going to talk. I think Vendetta, I'll talk. If I talk too much, change video, pause the video, take a little break, right? Because I understand that it's a, what you call it, dialogue, right? But I know it's a lot, and my father sometimes it's a lot, you know, and it's very draining energy wise. So I have to see him tomorrow, and I don't want to go see him, not because I don't love him, but because I know it's gonna set me up, set me backward, right? Then I have my mom. My mom, God bless her, but my mom was also extremely worried, and I told her to stop worrying. So what she started doing is she stopped telling me that she was worried, but she still worries, you know. And then you're the asshole that worries his mom. But you're not the asshole that worries his mom, you're the asshole that's taking his time, right? You're the asshole who's in control of his own life, right? But all of this to say, I'm not doing well. And it's such a weird thing because such a weird thing. Am I depressed? No. I'm sad? Yes, I'm sad. But I'm not to the point of, oh bro, I'm depressed. And until I reach that level of, oh bro, I'm depressed, I'll keep on fighting. Because I keep on fighting, this is what happened. So, you're in the perfect position. If I leave right now, right, I'm going to be okay. If I continue fighting, either I win, or I become depressed, right? So you don't know what to do. And then, you don't necessarily want to talk to people, right? And that's the worst thing. Yesterday in the live, there's a person that came in the live, right? And that person, I don't really know them, but they're always asking how I'm doing, and they kind of text me every single week. And I'm in a position of I don't want to talk to people. But this person has been so nice to me, and yesterday I saw him in live, and I was like, ugh. But they're really so nice. Why am I like that? Why my reaction to a nice kindness is ugh? You know, and I felt like an asshole. And then you don't feel like an asshole because you're mean. You feel like an asshole because even though you need to act in that regard to that person because you weren't feeling well, you look like an asshole. You don't look like an asshole to them. You look like an asshole to yourself, right? And then you listen to the song, for example, Animal I've Become, right? And then the song Animal I've Become, which is one of my favorite songs ever, from Judy Grace, so what if you can see the darkest side of me? Someone will help me save this animal I have become. Do we believe it's not the real me? Can someone help me tame the animals? And when you say tame, it's not like, oh, I don't want to be this animal. It's like, no, let me understand it. And it's exactly that. I want to tame that nature. See, I had this problem where if I want to talk to people, I'm going to talk to people. If I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to talk to people, you know? That's not it. That is not it. That is not it. You should be a dialogue. There's time where you want to talk to your friend and you don't want to talk to you. They make the effort. So you should be making the effort to your friend when they want to talk and you don't want to talk. Something like that. But then by doing this, you feel that you're fake. You feel like you're forcing yourself. And then as they're talking to you, you're in your head and you think, oh, yo, I don't need to talk. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. See, and I love my father, but when we stopped talking, I was kind of depressed, right? I wasn't doing so well. And I talked to my father, and my father was always like, my father he's an amazing human being, but he's very stubborn. That's why I have the highway. So he would tell me, Ink, come over, we're gonna have a talk, we're gonna have a coffee. But it was 2 times a week, and I wasn't feeling okay. I wasn't good mentally. Now my father, I know if I tell him no, he's gonna say, okay, well, gonna insist, right? And then I would start to tell him, look, that I'm working, right? Which wasn't true. I was working, but I was making content that I could have done the afternoon instead of the morning, or the morning instead of the afternoon, right? But I know by doing this, he's not gonna be like, okay, well, fuck you, fuck your work, right? But he started telling me, keep your priority. Now, my father and I, we haven't talked in 3 months. Not because I'm a bad guy, but because I couldn't handle the demand, the emotional demands of people, right? My mom, my mom is extremely weird. My mom, I love her. She's extremely weird though. My mom will never talk about her, right? She'll ask you how you're doing, but if you don't ask her, she won't tell you. My father, even if you don't ask him, he'll tell you, you know? It's very weird. And my mom, she won't call me if I don't call her. Which is phenomenal because that's what I need, right? And we call her about maybe 3 times a week. But I'm selfish with my mom because I shouldn't treat her like that, you know? And then my father, last week, I called him. And I called him, and 3 days after, it's like, why don't you come over for supper? And then you want to talk to people, right? Talk to people and you're like, dude, she need to talk to you. You want to talk to people and you want to talk about how you're not doing, are you not doing fine? When you're talking to people, you know that you just talk for 30 minutes and not once they ask you, how are you doing? Right? So hey, how do you reach someone and say, hey, by the way, I don't give a fuck about your day. I'm depressed, let's talk. And then you know that you're an asshole because you saying, I don't give a fuck about your day is one of the most asshole thing to do. However, that was honesty, right? That was you being honest. I didn't listen. I didn't text you to talk about yourself. I text you because I need to talk, right? Now, ultimately speaking, that's an asshole move. That's a very selfish move. But ultimately speaking, those people, right? You expect them to be able to text you or want to text you when they're not feeling well. The fact that you're demanding that, the fact that you're asking that is kind of normal. Listen, easy we put. Listen, I'm not doing well. Can I text you? Listen, you're not doing well. Please text me. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you how I can. I don't know if I'm going to find the answer. I don't know if I'm going to find a solution. But if I can try to help, I'll try to help. And we'll try to figure out something together. And if we don't figure out something together, we don't figure out something together. And if we do, then we did. Understand? Right? But it's like that's too much to ask. And then there's other situation where there's a situation, right? I made a video recently where we were reacting to the new song from Judy Grace, right? And we were reacting to the new song of Judy Grace, and I was like, I said in the song, I said in the reaction, I said maturing. I said it's nice to hear them singing more maturely. Maturing is realizing that you don't need new content from your favorite artists. Is that you have the content you have and your content and you're grateful for it, right? And maturing is that. Maturing is understanding that sometimes you have to be the scapegoat. Sometimes you have to be the punching bag. Sometimes you have to be the guy who is shouldering all of the problem of everybody else. And you don't have an exit for that. You don't have you don't have an output for that problem. And you have 2 choices. Either you say, dude, that's fucking shitty, right? Or you say, listen, this is the way it works. And if it's the way this works, there's nothing I can do. I just have to accept the fact that this is the way it works, right? And I believe in that. That's very powerful. Understanding that things are work. See, kind of funny. I was asking people, right? A lot of people in my life, right? Personally speaking, a lot of people, right? If I tell them, you want to talk, right? And I'm weird. I'm not a guy that wants to talk the whole day. I'll talk to you the whole day, but I don't want to have a conversation the whole day. I need space. And maybe that's because I've been in this apartment for like 9 months with next to no social interaction, right? Which was to isolate myself to lock in for working, but definitely affect mentally. We did because of that. But you're telling people, right? And you're telling people that you need space, right? Especially, I have this example of a girl. She was really kind, really really kind, but I treated her like shit because it didn't work. So we talked for 3 days, right? Talked for 3 days. It was cool. It was really cool. It was fun. I think she had feelings. I didn't have those same feelings. I wanted to just talk because we were in the same life. So I was like, yo, it's fun to see you here. And it was her DMing. And she had the habit of texting me, right? And it's funny because on the first of the 3 days, I was like, I have to go to work, have a nice day, right? She didn't text me once. And then night, she's like, what do you do for work? And I told her the truth. I told her, like, I don't make money from it. This is not my real job, but this is my main occupation. I make content, right? And the next day, it's insane. The next day, at 8 o'clock a.m., the first day I told her at 8 o'clock, I have to go to work. Right? I like time. I like time a lot. I like time in the fashion of, okay, well, this is the time. Let's put up a schedule. It doesn't have to respect the schedule, but at least there's a schedule. Even if you don't respect it, even if you break the schedule, like, dude, there was a schedule, right? Which I think is cool. And then you're like, at 8 o'clock, I had to go to work. I told her. The second day, I told her, hey, I have to go to work at 8 o'clock. And at 8:15, she texted me. Huh? I said, okay, I didn't answer. At like 10 o'clock, she texted me again. And I'm like, hey, I'm working. And her answer, which was really sweet, was like, yeah, but I thought you could use a break. But if you thought I needed a break, you could have texted me the first day. Why didn't you think that I needed a break the first day, right? And for a lot of people that don't make content, they don't see how hard it is to make content, right? They don't see how hard it is that you have to talk to the camera, you have to edit. I don't edit because I don't give a fuck. They might have the edits, right? And you're like, yeah, but then you ask yourself, do they take you seriously? And it's not necessarily you, but if they don't take the filming videos, you don't take it seriously, you know? And that's why you really shine when you work with people. Or, for example, you're a seller. And you constantly hang around sellers, right? The reason it has to be in is they understand your hardship, they understand how you're doing. That's why when I talk to other content creator, it's so cool because I'm seeing other content creator and like, okay, well, they understand me. Okay, well, they're doing this video, I'm making this video. This is kind of cool that we're working at the same time. We're kind of co-workers, right? But people that don't understand now, technically speaking, I took it the wrong way. That I was kind of pissed off, to be honest. I'll be completely honest. I'm kind of pissed off. The second I tell you what my job is, you don't take it seriously, and then you think you can bother me because I'm my own boss, right? That's my first reaction. Then my second reaction is understand that she's just bored. She's bored, and because she's bored, she wanted to talk to me, right? But she's okay, you know. And then it's a shame because that's not her fault. She doesn't understand. You cannot guilt her. You cannot you cannot be mad at her because it's like and I'm trying to be respectful. It's like a kid, right? You cannot be mad at a kid because he doesn't understand what's wrong and what's right. But if it's an adult and he's making the same mistake, you're like, dude, it's time to learn, right? And she was just bored, and I was the asshole that said, no, I don't care that you're bored, I'm busy. Which is an asshole thing to say, but that's the thing that I said. Right? And you realize that's shitty because you're the asshole in the situation. In this situation, in my situation, you're not going to be a good guy and a bad guy, right? You don't want to be the bad guy because why would you want to be the bad guy, right? And then after a lot of time later, I realized that what I did was wrong. I should have told her, look, I know you want to talk, I know that you're tired, I know that you're bored, but this is important to me, right? And please understand that this is important to me, right? And what really bothered me at that time, and that's stupid, that is really stupid, but I'm being completely honest, right? And it's an example out of 100, but we stopped talking, right? And it went amicably. I was like, dude, I think you're a good person, but I don't want to talk to you anymore. We are not on the same place. We're not on the same page. I don't think there's a connection. I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry about this. I had to go to the bathroom, and it was rush. So the next day that we started talking, realized that she unfollowed me. Now, I got really mad. Not at her, but at the situation. I'm like, dude, I spent so much time with you, and you knew how much this meant to me. Because you unfollowed me the day we don't stop. So this is what it meant to you. What my dream meant to you. Now, technically speaking, right? My dream didn't have to mean shit to that person. It didn't have to mean shit to that person, right? It's a shitty situation, but then you see that and you're like, okay, well, fuck it, right? Another example, I'm gonna give you guys another example. So I'm texting this girl, right? And again, it's a girl. Okay, of course. Am I saying I'm only having a problem with girls? No, of course not. But I think I'm more involved with women because, of course, I'm single. I'm a dude, you know. I'm not made of stone. I'm emotionless. I got emotions, right? And this other girl, and we met through TikTok, and she was so nice, dude. She was always liking my stuff and commenting my stuff, and I felt special. And then she texted me the first time she texted me, was like, "Oh, you're my favorite TikToker," and I was like, "That is so nice, dude," right? And you know, we started texting, and when we started texting, that's when it went to shit. She was very negative. She was very mean, right? Saying that other people should die, right? And she was bringing me down. But then again, she's younger. She's a lot younger. She's like, I think she was like 17, 18. And I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh, dude. Then again, you guys know that my sister died. So treated her like my little sister, right? And she, this is a true story, by the way. This is an absolutely true story. She texted me one day. I got really mad. Really mad. She texted me one day, and I was streaming, and she texted me a message of, "I'm suicidal." So I stopped the stream right away, and I texted her, I'm like, "Yo, dude, don't do it. Please don't do it. Life is worth it. Life is super worth it." And I tried to talk to her. I tried to talk to her. She didn't text me for like a day, and then the next day she's like, "Oh, sorry, I was just high." And I'm like, "Dude, you're fucking stupid. I was so worried about you." And it's not the first time that you text me, and you always text me like, "Oh, you need to talk. You have those issues." Then I stop what I'm doing for you, and then we're having a conversation, right? And you don't give a shit because you don't answer. So I'm like, dude, don't text me anymore, right? Now, I felt bad. I felt like an asshole because I realized that she was younger, and that was possibly maturity, which we all been there. I've been there for a while, for a long ass time. I'm still there. Then you're like, fuck you. And it's funny because she talked to one person, but she didn't know that person I knew because they were in my life often. And she told that person how I acted with her, and she kind of talked shit in my back. And I'm like, dude, how the fuck do you think it's normal? You know? How the fuck do you think it's normal? You're talking to people making me look like an asshole when I've done nothing wrong. Those people told me, but if that person didn't tell me, how many people did you tell? That makes sense. Or there's another situation. You see, in those situations, I'm not complaining, but I'm a dude that's very, very, not solitary, but I like my space. I like my space for sure. And I'm put in a position where I'm, in real life, I got my space, I got everything. Now on social media, there are so many people, and you open your heart to them, and you open up your arms, and like, yo, you're my friend, you're gonna be okay. I love you, I love you, I love you. And then you realize those people don't care about you. And like, oh, it sucks. See? So what do you end up doing? You end up closing yourself. You're like, okay, well, I had a lot of bad experience with people online, so I'm kind of reserved, right? But then the problem is that the problem is that the good people, they pay. The problem is that good people are like, ugh, I understand where you're coming from. I understand what you mean, right? And by those people understanding what you mean, it doesn't mean that you should be an asshole to them. By you being an asshole to them, you're like, maybe I should be better not talking to people. But then this is your problem. It's not their problem. You're imposing your problem on them. then you realize the reason that you like that is because other people impose their problem on you, and you're doing the same thing, but this is completely different. 10 people inflicting their problem on one person is an anthill, right? 10 people, one person. It's a reverse pyramid. But you're this one person imposing a problem on 10 people. You're at the top of the pyramid and you're making everybody suffer. I don't mind being at the bottom of the pyramid. I don't mind being the one that suffers. And I'm not willing to make that other people suffer. So you bottle up and you bottle up and you bottle up and you bottle up, and you're doing so good. You're doing so good at not exploding. You're doing so good at keeping it inside and making sure that it stays bottled up. And then you realize that it's poison. You're poisoning yourself. Poisoning yourself. How to get that toxicity out? There's no way. Yeah. You wanted to know what I'm not doing well? That's why I'm not doing well. Anyway, long enough video. I love you guys. Take it easy.